Right. All right, there we go. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Merry Christmas. Working on lighting incense this time. Since it is cool enough tonight to have the window open and looks to be free of fireworks and other manner of explosions tonight, so very nice. Assuming this lights. Ah, there we go. There we go. It's working. So, how is everyone? Everyone doing pretty well? Got... Oops. I'm not going to be... Hold on. I just realized I should go over here. Here? Subtitles go around the... Yeah, there we... How about that? That's probably better. There we go. Oh. Might be working. We'll see. I'll try and get the incense going. It's still trying very hard to light. We'll get there. We'll get there. Anyway, good evening, everybody. So, Kylie, there are two answers to that question. One of those answers is until yesterday, which was the Epiphany, hence 12 days of Christmas. So Christmas traditionally, the liturgical season of Christmas formally lasts until the Epiphany, which was the traditionally the arrival of the wise men and the they're acknowledging Christ as Lord and Savior and all of that. So that is traditionally the end of the Christmas season. However, the alternative, which I usually go by, just mostly because it makes Christmas longer, and it does make enough thematic sense. It's not technically liturgically correct. Is that Christmas lasts until Candlemas, which is February 2nd, at least this year, which is the feast of the presentation of the Lord in the temple. It's essentially the last story in Scripture of Christ as a child before he comes of age and begins his ministry. So the Christmas season in this, I guess the liturgical sense here of Christmas Day through Candlemas, amounts to the nativity of Christ, meaning the full childhood of Christ rather than simply his infancy. Since there are other narratives going on there in Scripture. So it's so in that case it's about a month and a half long, which I really prefer, and I'm going to insist on still telling everybody, you all included, and all of my students starting next week, a very Merry Christmas, regardless of whether it's after Epiphany or not, or whether the trees have come down or whatever. All right, let's jump back into it. If we recall last time, we had just gotten back to camp, and it was New Year's midnight, the new year, 2021, which, you know, we're a week into it, and we certainly seem to have a good grasp of this year being, you know, the new boss being a little bit similar to the old boss, so to speak, with all manner of new and old chaos. But we can wind up talking about that if we really want to. Or not, or we can completely ignore all of the chaotic nonsense going on in the world at large. Focus on fighting dragons and darkspawn. And undead and demons, if I'm not mistaken, this session. With this, I'm thinking in D&D, not session. This, the heck do I call it? Part. It's part of the game. Kelly says, my fam of it has a year-round seasonal tree where we decorate it for every season and holiday. I love it. I love it. Especially because if you do go Christmas all the way through Candlemas, you can immediately just transition right over to Valentine's Day for like a couple of weeks, and then you're into Mardi Gras. And I think it all works out pretty well. All right, Levi Dryden. Who's this guy?
You're a hard man to find. Where are my manners? The name is Levi Dryden. Did Duncan
Levy.
ever mention me?
I was wrong.
Levy of the coins? Levy the trader?
I'm Dalen. Never heard of you.
Really? He never told you of old Levy? We've known each other for years. But here I am carrying on while you have a blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time. But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for me. But poor Duncan's... well, no more. A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled.
Kelly says, right now we have red bows for Valentine's. I mean, right now seems a little early to me, but that's to me. I'm a crazy person. Anyway. This guy is owed something by Duncan. Human Duncan, not dog Duncan. What promise did Duncan make you?
My family, well, past a bit checkered to see. Nobles look at us with disdain. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last warden commander of Ferelden back when the wardens were known as freeloaders. So King Orland banished the wardens, and he took House Dryden's land and titles.
This is actually something funny. I was, Kylie says it's sort of half Christmas, half Valentine's. That makes sense. I can get behind that. This is actually something funny I was talking to somebody about today. The later games really kind of turn around the reputation of the Grey Wardens to kind of emphasize this aspect of them, the shadiness and the unreliability and their weird mysticism and all of that. And it's jarring with the main protagonists and the heroes, the unquestionable heroes of the first game, and basically all of Theoden history being Grey Wardens. It's a heck of a turnaround to them basically being seen as crackpots and crazy people again immediately come Dragon Age 2, and then especially in the third game at Dragon Age Inquisition. It's very jarring. I don't really like that storytelling choice. It seems almost like one of those subversions for subversion's sake kind of thing, just kind of undermining your expectations, make the hero look like the villain kind of deal. Maybe we'll talk more about that as it progresses, but in terms of storytelling, at least. But let's see what we can do about this Sophia Dryden, this last Warden Commander. It's a bit drastic, isn't it?
And then some. Not much is known about that time. After King Orland died, there was a civil war, loads worse than this one, and our family was on the run, hunted by enemies, with nary a friend in the world. But Drydens are tough. We rebuilt, became merchants, and we never lost our pride.
I'm surprised you kept your name.
Our family's only crime was guarding the kingdom against the blight. We're not ashamed of that.
So, what favor did you ask of Duncan?
I asked for the truth. My family reveres Sophia Dryden. We know she died at the old Grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak. We want evidence to clear her name. It won't restore our land or our titles, but it'll restore our honour.
I've never even heard of Soldier's Peak.
Well, no one's been to Soldier's Peak since Orland's days. At least none that's come back. I spent years mapping the maze of tunnels to the peak, and I found the way a few years back. So I went to Duncan, I did, and I said that he could reclaim the old base and my family could have its honour.
How will reclaiming the peak help the Wardens?
Soldier's Peak is strategic and symbolic importance. Duncan said that it would be worth it right there. He also hoped to recover lost Warden history and perhaps a few old relics. No one knows what's up there now.
Why didn't Duncan help you?
Darkspawn surfaced in southern Ferelden, and Duncan got plenty busy recruiting new Wardens and meeting with good King Cailan. Duncan said he would help after the Battle of Ostergar. Said there might be useful things at the peak, but he never had the chance.
Kylie says, I started my online class in child development today. So far, it looks sort of interesting with what we'll be learning. Sounds cool. I'm, as a parent, if nothing else, I'm interested in psychological child development. And I have at least lay understanding of the literature. Nothing in depth, obviously, unfortunately, maybe, but I follow at least some of what's going on and all that. So, definitely an interesting topic. I'm still organizing, putting things together for my classes, which all set to start next week. And yeah, that should be a good time. It's the usual. I'm used to teaching it, philosophy of religion. It is nothing that out of the ordinary. But once again, you've listened to me through a good bit of last semester. You and whoever else is joining still. So you're like as not to hear some of the same things for me to talk about once again, because again we'll be going through and talking about a lot of similar things. Just again, I go back through it and I think through and do layers, kind of a hermeneutic process. Going all the way through a course, teaching it even it changes a little bit, just a little bit each time, because it's with slightly new perspective, slightly new students, new discussions, and all that. Hopefully it should be good. I'd like to say I learned a lot from last semester in terms of how to run a hybrid type class, but I learned only what mistakes I made, and I'm still stumbling through how to avoid them if they are even avoidable. So we'll have to see how that sort of thing goes. All right. Levi, I think. Your family's faith will be rewarded. I will help you.
1,000 blessings upon you, Warden. I'll mark down the location on your map. When you arrive, we'll pick our way through the tunnels together.
All right, I'm not going to do that now, because I think that's a fairly high-level quest, if I recall. Oh, yeah. Kylie says I'm hoping for another candidate for bad papers and bad intros. I got 1 or 2 this last semester. I could go through it at some point, read through them before bored. I do really want to the one, the one I've read on stream and I've talked about endlessly to all of my classes. That one. I'm hoping to do a video narration of that one. Should be delightful and entertaining.
Hey. It's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Feddick, at your service once again. I saw your camp and remember the kind offer that you made the last time we met. And is there anywhere safer for a poor merchant and his son to sleep? I think not. I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes?
You're free to stay. Just mind yourselves.
Wonderful. Thank the gentleman, won't you, boy?
Thank you, sir.
We won't be a bother to you and your companions, I assure you. If you should need enchantments, simply talk to my boy. Otherwise, come speak with me.
Yeah, Kylie asked, when am I going to make t-shirts and mugs with these? Because that would be amazing. I don't know. The design for it would be very, very difficult. It would just be a problem of fitting what I would want to fit onto a t-shirt or onto a mug. I almost want to for just like a merch store sort of thing. Maybe. It would be fitting the right amount of quote onto a mug or something. T-shirts would be kind of excessive, but a mug could work. A mug could almost work. I'll think about that. Or design something for me. I'll send you the document. Let me know. Throw something together. See if you can find one that would look good on a mug. Or, Erica, if you're listening, you could look through. I don't know. You probably even have that document somewhere. Maybe. I'll think about it. It is something to think about.
Hello.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him what was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed.
What enchantments does he do?
He can fold lyrium into almost any weapon or piece of armor, though naturally some of the more extravagant materials will take more lyrium than others. It's a process that some of the master smiths back in Orzammar will perform, but my boy here is just as adept at it. Isn't that right, boy?
Enchantment!
And there you have it.
Love this kid. I'd like to see what other goods you have.
Oh, certainly. I can do that for you. Just come with me.
Oh my god, Kylie is high-key hyped for this merch right now. Well, I'm not making promises just yet. I can't say for sure. But we'll see. I'll see what I can do. I will see what I can do. Ooh, Blood Dragon stuff. I can't wear it because, 38 strength. Pricey. That's nice. Not too expensive, but... Yeah. Ooh, God, that's pricey. All right. Oh, these are basically the ones that you that give you extra skill points. Backpack. I need that for carrying capacities. I'm gonna just get ahead and buy all of the free little gifts. I think these are DLC content. They are gifts for the what? The companion. My inventory's full. Oh no. All right, I'll give them back. Just kidding. They cost 0, and I can always just... It's trash. Gift. Those are gifts. Keep those. Yeah, my inventory is getting full. I just realized. Oops. All right, that's fine for now. I do need to equip some people, so. Let's give Sten some armor and weapons. Chastened Flatblade, I guess. Should give him like a maul or something, or Chastened Crusher. Oh, that might be better. No, the Flatblade is honestly just better. Honestly, just better. All right, Kunari cap. Yeah. Heavy. There. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Wait. Alistair. Okay. Yeah, no, that'll be fine. I can sell off the rest of this, more or less, right? Yeah, I can sell off the rest of this. Great.
If there's anything I can do for you, please,
hi, Kevin.
please
Welcome back.
Tell me.
Yes. Wholesome company, indeed. What's your story exactly?
Well, if you're really interested, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I am originally from Orzammar, the famed dwarven city that lies beneath the stately Frostback Mountains. I was a merchant there, too. Merchant caste. These things are in the blood, you know. You can't just leave them behind. I ran a fairly successful business. Rare artifacts, you know. Old things, grand things. The nobles loved them. Reminded them of the lost glory days, I suppose.
Lost glory?
Our kingdoms once spanned the length of Thados, from majestic Orzammar to Kal Sharok to glittering Darmalin far to the west. They say the gold and silver veins ran so thick through the stone of Darmalin that the entire city sparkled. The Darkspawn took it all, of course. One by one, the old tides fell, and then all that was left was Orzammar. But we were talking about how I ended up here, weren't we? One day, a noble woman came to my store. She looked around for a bit and then started shrieking in dismay. Apparently, she believed that a pair of braces I had for sale once belonged to her brother. He'd been lost in a cave-in, you see, while on an expedition to clear out the Darkspawn from one of the tunnels running close to the city. They They were made specially for him. They're unique, she shrieked. He stole them from my poor brother's corpse. She had me arrested on the spot, of course. Nobles, they're touchy like that.
And did you steal them?
Well, I didn't steal them. You see, I'd been paying these castless thugs to venture out into the deep roads for me. The lost tigers. They're full of things that people left behind. Sometimes you can find a treasure. Something worth a little gold.
I see.
The noblewoman, she wasn't too happy with the theft of her brother's braces. I don't know what they planned for me, and I didn't want to find out. Bribed the guard that was watching me and took off for the surface first opportunity I got. Never looked back.
Fascinating story. Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Now, is there anything the boy or I can get you?
Let me see your wares.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected.
Speaking
and
of...
with your discount.
Speaking of store, Kylie has a suggestion. I have the best idea. There should be a poll with the top 3 worst intros. We could choose which one should be on the merch. And then rotate out through other intros until there is a full merch store. Continuing, she says, I love being the wholesome small bean. Very much the aesthetic I want to embody most of the time. That's not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea. A short bow, long bow. Keep a couple of these. None of the armor, though. I don't need that. Darkspawn worth keeping. Clothing I can get rid of. I don't need that. It's me exclusive and not very good. Some various things. More various things. Alright, cool. Alright, that'll do. Okay, so yeah, I'm thinking about it now. That is not the worst idea. It would be partially a design thing, partially just a getting everything set up kind of thing. In small quantities, which is probably what we would be looking at, it would not be super cheap. I have looked into that sort of thing before for classes. So just keep that in mind. But if there would be enough interest to do so, I'd be happy to set it up. All right.
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
Have you ever been hunted by the Chantry?
You are very cute to ask so many questions.
Aw. And you're cute when you're evasive.
Really? Perhaps we should be wrapped in ribbons and adorned with flowers. So cute are we, too. My mother has been hunted from time to time, yes, by Templar fools like Alistair, which should tell you how successful they generally were. Flemeth made a bit of a game of it, in fact. The Templars would come again, and she would look at me and smile and say that the fun was to begin once more.
You really had no trouble with them?
I am unsure. I was too young to understand, and perhaps 'twas bravado on Flemeth's part, or perhaps she was merely amused. I will never know. Flemeth would warn them, once. 'Twas a warning they inevitably failed to heed. And then the true game began. Often Flemeth would use me as bait. A little girl to scream and run and lure the Templars deeper into the wilds and to their doom.
Kevin asks, what's the drink tonight, Professor? This is a... For the life of me, I cannot remember what the brand of wine is. It is a sparkling red. It's a semi-sweet sparkling red. It's nicely fruity. It's semi-sweet. It's right in between sort of sweet and dry, kind of between a Pinot and a Merlot kind of thing, but with very, very intense fruity notes. I like my wine berryish and fruity. Maybe that's a taste I've acquired from stealing Saoirse's juice, but whatever. Very good. I cannot recall the brand. I know that the label has a crown on it. It's pretty good. If I can remember what it is, I will put a link down in the description or post a picture of it or something. Recommended very highly. My other drink over here is pineapple juice and golden rum. Because once again, I'm stealing juice from Saoirse. And of course, a coffee, some kind of a Peruvian something. Once again, I apologize for not having the exact names. I should have thought of this. It's a Peruvian roast from the Southeast Grocers one, the Winn-Dixie brand type thing. Pretty good. I like their other ones better, more so. This is sort of the one I like, kind of in the middle. They're the Ethiopian one they have, but they don't have very often, is phenomenal. Actually, very, very good, very high quality coffee for not very much. So if you go to a Winn-Dixie other than our Winn-Dixie, and you see the Ethiopian, I think that one is called Yirkachefe. Highly recommend it. Very earthy. Very, very earthy. I love African coffees. Kylie then goes on to say, although small bean is okay for only half the time, till I want to be the meme of the black kitty who wants to be darkness, but also requires hot chocolate and big blankets all the time. Yes. That is still small bean, Kylie. That's what small bean means. Just, small bean trying to be black bean, so to speak. That was bad. Don't encourage that. Kylie says, I've been really liking dry blueberry wine lately. It's really nice. I got some from the winery in Brooksville over the break. I haven't tried theirs. There is a winery that does a great blueberry wine where is it? I think it's in Lakeland. It's south of Brooksville. Southeast of Brooksville. It's a little off of I-4-ish. At least that's how we got there once. Very good blueberry wine, too. So, back to Morgan. Flemeth used you as bait.
'Twas a game, and I a young girl. If I didn't get to play, I would have been very upset. Thankfully, the Wilds is a vast place. Once they found us, Flemeth would simply move us elsewhere, and we would be lost within the forest once again. I did not understand the danger we faced until I was much older. I had never heard of apostates or maleficarum.
Hugh Curly sounds familiar. Might have been it. It was a while. This was a while ago. This was 6 or 8 years ago, maybe. They probably thought you were dangerous with good reason.
Is it true, then, that given enough time, the prisoner will learn to love the cell? The Chantry sees any mages not leashed to the Circle of Magi as apostates, and apostates could become maleficarum, evil mages that resort to blood magic and become demon-enslaved abominations. It may even be true. Still, those of us who prefer freedom see no reason to submit.
Cheers to that, Morgan. I approve. I get it. But I agree. Would Dalen? Having grown up in the circle, I don't think Dalen would quite see it as a prison. He's perfectly aware of the sort of dark side of the circles of Magi. They're sort of not being allowed to leave the towers, being under the thumb of the Templars, who are ready to kill them at a moment's notice, that kind of thing. So, maybe I'm torn between 3 and 4 here, really. This one, again, whatever it is, I'll find out for you guys, is a black and blueberry. Really, like, pretty heavy, not black and blueberry, black and raspberry. Blackberry and raspberry notes. It's the sweetness of it comes from the fruit, not so much from the wine, and the grapes so much. That makes sense. So it still has that dryness. Because again, it's also slightly sparkling as well. So it has a I don't know, almost I guess a bite to it. It's pretty good. Yeah, I think Dalen here would probably defend the circle, if only half-heartedly. So the circle is not quite what you picture.
No? I am not surprised you say such. Enough of this talk. Let us return to the task at hand.
Oh, well, okay. Disapproves. Darn it. Okay, well. Well, okay. I mean, she's not wrong completely, but maybe she has an overly exaggerated view of the circle, not necessarily a wrong view of the circle. Allie says, I've made a black and blue keto jam with Irish whiskey in it. Sounds Irish whiskey in a jam. Okay. I would think bourbon for that sort of thing, but okay. And that's been really good on seed crackers and cheese. Okay. I like a milder like that. Not too sweet, not too dry. Good call. What about Sten? What's he have to say?
Why are we stopping?
We're working together. I think I should get to know you.
There are darkspawn to be fought. Is this delay needful?
Are you all right? You were in a cage for weeks.
You are concerned. No need. I am fit enough to fight.
I've never seen a Kunari before. Tell me about your people.
No.
Oh? Why not?
People are not simple. They cannot be summarized for easy reference in the manner of, the elves are a lithe, pointy-eared people who excel at poverty.
Oh my god. Oh, that's so rude. A little hostile, aren't we?
Many humans have said that to me. I do not understand it. If I were indeed hostile, you would be bleeding.
Oh my god. So this is you being calm and helpful.
Couldn't you tell?
Why did you offer to help me?
For the moment, you are the enemy of my enemy.
The Darkspawn are your enemy?
They have no more allies than a hurricane or an earthquake. They are enemies to all.
You said you were in the army.
I am.
Have you ever fought in a war?
I have always fought in war, human.
What do you mean by that?
My people have been at war since the moment we set foot in the Northern Islands.
So the Kunari don't come from the islands?
We do now.
Where did you come from before?
Somewhere else.
Can you be more specific?
No. I was born in Sahel. Of the land we came from, I know nothing, not even its name. I do not see how this matters. Seheron and Parvolan are distant. Ferelden and the Darkspawn are immediate.
What's your hurry?
What a strange language you speak. You say hurry, where I would say duty.
It's not your duty to handle the Blight, though.
No, it is yours, and you are chatting with me instead.
We should get moving.
As you wish.
I got approval for that. Okay, Stan. Kunari.
Oh, why, you little...
Are you harassing my dog?
Me? Harassing your dog? I should say it's the other way round. Your furry friend here took offence at me getting near his food. He snapped at me, look.
It was just a warning. He should have taken a hand. He could have taken a hand off.
Don't you think I don't know it? Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me.
What a good puppy.
I once heard a really old legend about how the Hound warriors in the days of the old tribes would feed their Mabari the flesh of the vanquished. Well, that's what I heard anyway. It would sometimes be human flesh. Oh, like you can tell the difference. For all you know, maybe you've already been fed something. Someone.
Definitely harassing the dog. Don't listen to Alistair. He's full of rubbish.
Hey!
Oh my gosh. Okay. Speaking of, hi Alistair. How are you?
What do you need?
You want to talk about Duncan?
You don't have to do that. I know you didn't know him as long as I did.
Doesn't mean I didn't mourn his loss.
I should have handled it better. Duncan warned me right from the beginning that this could happen. Any of us could die in battle. I shouldn't have lost it, not when so much is riding on us, not with the Blight and everything. I'm sorry.
There's no need to apologize.
I'd like to have a proper funeral for him. Maybe once this is all done, if we're still alive. I don't think he had any family to speak of.
What about the other Grey Wardens?
I don't know. I have no idea what the Grey Wardens do for when they fall in battle. Have you had someone close to you die? Not that I mean to pry, I'm just...
No, not really. Not since I went to the tower.
That must have felt a lot like when I got sent to the Chantry. You mages don't even get a say in the matter after all. Thank you. Really, I mean it. It was good to talk about it, at least a little.
He was a friend of mine, too.
That's good to hear. It's nice to know I'm not the only one who remembers him well.
Forgive me, the two of you, for not consistently reading the chats. For those of you who are only listening, they're continuing to talk about jam and seed cakes. Or seed crackers? Seed crackers, not seed cakes. I'm thinking Hobbit foods, I suppose.
Yes?
I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
What would someone like you be doing in Lothering's Chantry?
What is meant by someone like me?
You just don't seem like you belong in a cloister.
Did you think I was always a cloistered sister? The Chantry provides succor and safe harbor to all who seek it. I chose to stay and become affirmed.
Affirm?
We affirm our belief in the Maker, in Andraste and the Chant, but other than that, there are no vows taken.
And why were you seeking safe harbor?
The Chantry does not pride, and you should. I desired time apart from the world. I was a traveling minstrel in Orlais. Tales and songs were my life. I performed, and they rewarded me with applause and coin. And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Yes, of course. Let's move on.
That sounds untrue. But okay. Alright, let's move on, as you say. Let's go to Redcliffe with Morgan,
Indeed.
Liliana, and Alistair? Yeah, we have to bring Alistair to Redcliffe, definitely. Okay. Oh. Remember what that is, or this. Oh, Soldier Speak. Okay. Is it there? I'm thinking it was over here, but okay. Soldier's Pass, we'll do that soonish, but Redcliffe first for now.
Look, can we talk for a moment? I need to tell you something. I should probably have told you earlier.
I'm not going to like this, am I?
I don't know. I doubt it. I've never liked it, that's for sure. Well, let's see. How do I tell you this? We're almost at Redcliffe. Did I say how I know Arl Eamon exactly?
Why are you his son?
No, I'm not his son. I'm a bastard. My mother was a serving girl at Redcliffe Castle, and she died when I was born. Arl Eamon took me in and raised me before I was sent to the Chantry. The reason he did that was because, well, because my father was King Marek, which made Kaelin my half-brother, I suppose.
Look at that. So, yes. So, Alistair is the bastard prince of Ferelden. Cool. Who was raised by Arl Eamon here. That's a heck of a bomb to drop. Kevin asks, hey Vince, do we start the Friday fast again? Are we still in feast time? There is still, we are back to, I believe back to ordinary time as of today, if I'm not mistaken. Because the Feast of the Epiphany is the end of the liturgical season of Christmas. We were kind of talking about this earlier, how I was talking about how decorations don't come down and stuff until Candlemas, February 2nd. Liturgically speaking, though, Christmas, the Feast of Christmas ends on the 6th, on Epiphany. So yes, I believe tomorrow is still fasting and penance as an ordinary Friday. Listen, if you're excited about fasting, keep in mind I'm not a spiritual director type, so don't take this with a little bit of salt. If you are excited about fasting, you should probably do something else as a penitential sacrifice, because fasting in that case is not exactly a penitential act. At least, that's how it would seem to me. So that's a thought. Alright, so, doesn't that make you heir to the throne, Alistair?
Maker's breath, I hope not. I don't think so. You don't think so, do you? I'm a bastard. And nobody even knows about me. I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret. I'd never talked about it to anyone. Everyone who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry.
Does Logan know?
Why wouldn't he? He was King Marek's best friend. I don't know if that means anything, though. I certainly never considered the idea that it might ever be important. Arl Eamon eventually married a young woman from Orlais, despite all the problems it caused with the king so soon after the war. He loved her a great deal. Anyway, the new Arlessa resented the rumors which pegged me as the Arl's bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10. Just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
Did she know the truth about you?
She may have, but I think it's more likely that she feared the rumors might be true. I can't blame her for that. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall, and it shattered. Stupid, stupid thing to do. The Arl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there and blamed him for everything. And eventually he just stopped coming.
Well, you were young.
And raised by dogs. Or I may as well have been, the way I acted. But maybe all young bastards act like that, I don't know. All I know is that the Arl is a good man and well-loved by the people. He also was King Kaelin's uncle, so he has a personal motivation to see Loghain pay for what he did. So there you have it. Now can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens.
As you command, my prince.
Oh, lovely. I'm going to regret this. Somehow I just know it.
Kevin says, I'm so used to fasting that it's only mildly penitential. I may need to find something else. You may have a point there. It's something to think about. It's not necessarily something that you gotta do for sure, but it's certainly something to consider. Hello, standing very still, man.
Have you come to help us?
I'm on important business. I need to see Arl Eamon.
The Arl? Then you don't know. Has nobody out there heard?
I've heard Arl Eamon is sick, if that's what you mean.
He could be dead for all we know. Nobody's heard from the castle in days. We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's been fighting and dying.
Apparently everyone seems to agree that a blight is the perfect time to start killing each other. Marvelous, really.
We've no army to defend us. No Arl and no king to send us help. So many are dead. And those left are terrified they're next.
Hold on, what is this evil that's attacking you?
I don't rightly know. I'm sorry, nobody does. I should take you to Ban Tegan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you.
Ban Tegan, Arl Eamon's brother. He's here.
Yes. It's not far, if you'll come with me.
Ooh, Kevin is asking Kylie, what's your favorite hot sauce? And I want to butt in. Kylie says Cholula or Valentina. Kevin says, oh yeah, Cholula and Valentina. Kylie, you're a genius, and you have impeccable taste. Kylie says, although I like trying new hot sauces, there was a nice blueberry ghost pepper hot sauce I loved. Haven't been able to find since running out of it. My favorite of the sort of traditional hot sauce, the sort of Mexican-style hot sauce, is Tapatio.
It's
by a good bit.
Thomas. Yes.
And
who are these people with you?
Also, Texas Pete Sabor. So the Mexican-style hot sauce
They
they
just
have.
arrived,
Very,
and I
very
thought
good.
you would want to see them.
Well done, Thomas. Greetings, friends. My name is Tegan, Ban of Rainersphere, brother to the Arl.
I remember you, Ban Tegan, though the last time we met, I was a lot younger and covered in mud.
Covered in mud? Alistair? It is you, isn't it? You're alive! This is wonderful news.
Still alive, yes. Though not for long if Ten Loghain has anything to say about it.
Indeed. Loghain would have us believe all Grey Wardens died along with my nephew, amongst other things.
You don't believe Loghain's lies?
What, that he pulled his men in order to save them? That Cailan risked everything in the name of glory? Hardly. Loghain calls the Grey Wardens traitors, murderers of the king. I don't believe it. It is an act of a desperate man. So you are a Grey Warden as well. A pleasure to meet you. I wish it were under better circumstances. You're here to see my brother. Unfortunately, that might be a problem. Eamon is gravely ill. No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things surged from the castle. We drove them back, but many perished during the assault.
As far as good old Tabasco goes, I prefer the smoked Tabasco. As far as Tabasco sauces go, very good. But it has a sort of smokier kind of chipotle kick to it. It is good. Kylie asks, why are the people in the game so snarky tonight? I'm loving it. This game is full of it. This whole game is very full of it. This is far from the only time you'll find it. Kevin says Tapatio is awesome as well. I got my dad a t-shirt with the Mexican fellow on the label. Cool guy, man. Tapatio, and also, I don't know if you heard the other one I was saying was Texas Pete Sabor. Not just the regular Texas Pete. It's kind of blah. The Sabor one is a it's a Mexican style hot sauce, so it's more like it's a little bit like Cholula, but less tangy, more cayenne type flavor. Very good. More broadly speaking, sort of broadening out from the sort of traditional like Mexican style hot sauces, I really like Gator Hammock. Small brand, but very good. It's a New Orleans style. New Orleans style kind of Cajun hot sauce. Lots of black pepper in it. Very good. And anything with gochujang. Anything with gochujang. Really like. What evil things are you talking about, Tegan? Oh, have I tried Nando's? I haven't tried Nando's. I've seen it, haven't tried it. Speaking of Tegan, this guy, a friend of mine from college, just had her first daughter. She has 2 sons, and she just had her first daughter a week or two before Christmas. And her name is Tegan. She is adorable. Unfortunately, I can think of absolutely no one upon hearing that name but this guy. So, I'm so sorry, child. Anyway, what evil things are you talking about?
Some call them the Walking Dead, decomposing corpses returning to life with a hunger for human flesh. They hit again the next night. Each night they come with greater numbers. With Cailan dead and Loghain starting a war over the throne, no one responds to my urgent calls for help. I have a feeling tonight's assault will be the worst yet. Alistair, I hate to ask, but I desperately need the help of you and your friends.
It isn't just up to me. Though the Grey Wardens don't stand much chance against Loghain without Arl Eamon.
Of course we'll help.
How pointless to help these villagers fight an impossible battle. One would think we had enough to contend with elsewhere.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. This means more to me than you can guess. Thomas, please tell Murdoch what transpired. Then return to your post.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, there is much to do before night falls. I put 2 men in charge of the defense outside. Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle.
Okay. I want to discuss the situation with you.
Of course.
You have some of Arl Eamon's knights here?
I have those few who returned from their quest. You know of this, yes?
Their quest for their search for the Urn of Sacred Ashes.
Yes, I question Isolde's decision to send so many knights in search of this relic. But I am a practical man, whereas she is a woman of great faith. Sir Perth was one of the knights sent on this quest. Perhaps you should speak to him if you wish to learn more.
Why are you in the chantry with the villagers?
Sir Perth insists. He wants me to be with the villagers, so everyone he needs to protect is in one place. I don't mind, to be honest. The point of all this is to protect the villagers, and I can do that best here. This is the last line of defense, should things go amiss.
Do you need more men in here with you?
We could bring some men in to stand beside me, but I'd rather keep the monsters away from the villagers if possible.
What exactly are these things that attack the village?
I do not know. They seem to be walking corpses, men with rotting flesh that continue to attack even with the gravest injuries.
Undead? Spirits possessing the dead. There could be several causes behind such a thing, none of them pleasant.
Glad you know. So, what happens after this battle is over?
Hopefully we can find the source and stop it before it causes any more damage. With luck, we'll also find Eamon and be able to help him.
So, Kevin suggests I'm going to have to go on a sauce trail now. My best suggestion for sauce trails, that sort of thing, a sauce trail thing, Tijuana Flats. That is where I found several of my favorite hot sauces. That's where I found Texas Pete Sabor. That's where I found Tapatio, I think, maybe. And I know that's where I found Gator Hammock. They always rotate their hot sauces, and they have them nicely labeled, and they can tell you about them. And you can also buy them there. I found a great gochujang-based hot sauce called The Dictator there, which is actually really, really good. It's much milder than most gochu Korean hot sauces. It's not nearly as flaming hot, but more I don't know, more traditional peppery, but still with that very specific kind of kick to it. But yeah, definitely try out Tijuana Flats and just go to a few different ones or go back to it, once a month or so. or maybe even every few weeks or so, and they have all manner of different hot sauces on their little hot sauce bar thing. It's a great place to try out new things, and then you can sort of move on from there. I like the Rastafarian hot sauce at Tijuana's. Oh, yeah, that one's a good one. That is a good one. They had a really good ghost pepper one. I forget what it was. Forget which one it was. But it was phenomenal. It was very good. I don't remember. Funny story. I should get back to work.
Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
Funny story about Tijuana Flats.
Let us pray.
Eric and I, we went to...
In the Maker's sight.
We went to... well, okay.
Scared, Mother.
Back when Saoirse was born. When we were on our way to the hospital. Because she was sitting there, like, in sort of pre-labor for hours on end, I decided to go out and get us Tijuana Flats. So that was our sort of meal we brought into the hospital the night leading up to when Saoirse was born. And I also got as a your child's birthday present, I guess you can call it, a bottle of a what's it called? Like the sweet chili kind of hot sauce that she always gets there, which they have a couple of very, very good sweet chili hot sauces. And one of them is Erica's absolute favorite, so we need to go back again so I can get another one. We actually finally finished it not too long ago. Kevin says, I seem to remember back in the Red Dead times, we discussed how food is basically just a vehicle for sauce. Yeah, I can't disagree.
Good day.
It depends on the sauce, but yeah, pretty much.
You're a Grey Warden, right? Were you in Ostagar? In the Korkari Wilds? My husband and son went there to bring the chant of light to the chastened.
Oh.
But I haven't heard from them since.
Are you Jetta?
I am. You've heard of me?
Your husband and son are both That is so blunt. Why would you say it like that? But okay, that's the only answer, so okay.
I thought that might be the case. Thank you for telling me.
Certain. I should go. Be well.
Maker's blessings upon you.
That's it? You don't want their stuff?
If monsters make it to the chantry, they will break through the windows and slay us all. Am I bothering you? I'll try to be more quiet.
You alright? Why are you crying?
Those things dragged my mother away. I don't know what happened to her, but I hear her screaming all the time. Everywhere.
How terrible, you poor thing. I wish there was something we could do to help.
And now my brother Bevan, he ran off. I don't know where he is. I'm so scared they got him too.
Have you tried looking why would he run off, do you know?
He said something about saving Mother. He's just a little boy. He doesn't understand she's gone.
If he has foolishly run off, then he is no doubt dead. You should get used to that fact.
Nice.
More
Maybe you
dead.
want to kick her in the head while you're at it.
Shall we comfort her with lies? If she is to face death, better she face it honestly.
I hope he didn't try to go to the castle. Oh, that would be awful.
That's true. WizKid needs to get in here. I can bother him. Eddie being requested about hot sauce. There we go. Kylie says, WizKid, come forth and make yourself known. Well, I could just say that in particular, but I already typed it out, so I'm not going to bother with something else. Don't worry, I'll look for him.
You will? Thank you so much. Please find him.
Kylie says, let's tell him horchata is a sauce. Okay, so another funny story. This one about horchata. So the batch of horchata that I was drinking New Year's Eve last week, which, sorry Kylie, you missed it. I had a very wonderful glass of horchata for New Year's Eve on the stream, and you weren't here, and WizKid was not here, and so I feel like it was part of it was almost a waste. I know it wasn't because it was delicious, but regardless. Unfortunately, something to do with, I suspect it may have just been the amount of sugar I put in or something, thickened it until it was basically, it was basically a sauce after not too very long. The next day, it was basically a sauce in the thing.
I don't want to think about
more or less the texture of like coffee creamer. Like the thick kind of, the liquid kind of coffee creamer, which I put some in my coffee and it was good, but I could not just drink it on its own.
And abandon everyone?
It was like drinking pudding.
We fight.
We've no other choice.
It's like drinking pudding. Couldn't do it.
I can't believe how cowardly and selfish Twin is being. I'm telling the missus he doesn't deserve her blackberry tarts anymore.
Is that a euphemism? Anybody think that was a euphemism or not? No. I do, for the record, I do think that it could have been a good enough sauce on like cake, on like a like angel food cake or something like that. Oh, come on. Think tres leches type of thing, you know? That could be very, very good. Or, Kylie says, or like for churros or something. That could be good. It could be the starch, but I didn't put more than usual, so it's never happened before. It could just be the combination of the...
I don't want a surprise attack before the sun goes down.
Hey, it's Zaid.
What should we do until then?
Pray, and hope for a miracle.
It's Zaid. But it was something to do with the specific combination, you know, something made it kind of weird. It was a little gross. It did work, like I said, as a coffee creamer. Did the job. It was tasty. But yeah, sponge cake kind of thing, Kylie. I agree.
So you're the Grey Warden, are you? I heard they all died with the king.
I'm not here to chat. What can I do to help? Let's be serious.
We need what little armor and weapons we got repaired, and quickly, or half of us will be fighting without either. Owen's the only blacksmith who can do it, but the stubborn fool refuses to even talk. If we're to be ready for tonight, we'll need that crotchety bastard's help.
Why does Owen refuse to talk to you?
His daughter, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids, so he hasn't heard from her since this whole business started. He demanded we attack the castle, break down the gate, and force our way in. I said it was impossible, but he wouldn't listen. He's locked himself in the smithy now. I can't force him to do repairs. He said he'd rather die first.
Is there anything else you need?
We could use some extra bodies. Having a veteran like Dwin in the militia would help a lot, but he flat out refuses.
Tell me about Dwin.
He's a trader, a dwarf, lives near the lake. Locked himself up in his home with some of his workers, he has. Says he doesn't need any of us. We could use somebody with his fighting experience, but he won't come out.
Carry on, then.
Right. Let's hope we see morning.
Ellie says it was probably not as bad as when I made a picture of White Russian and forgot about it for a few weeks until the cream separated from the vodka and looked like hell disgusting. Yeah, that sounds absolutely terrible. Smithy. Caitlin's home. So, how about the smithy? Let's see about this. Yeah, that sounds awful. You can't keep cream and alcohol drinks for very long. Curdles. You can curdle. It's like an Irish car bomb.
Curse you! Leave me in peace! You've already taken everything out of my stores. There's nothing left.
It's like an Irish car bomb. You don't want to leave that for more than a few minutes, even. It'll do horrible, horrible things to the cream. Is this Owen the blacksmith? I need to speak with you.
Huh? Who is that? What do you want? I've been through enough.
Persuade. I prefer not to speak through a door. Can I come in?
All right, all right. Let me undo the locks. All I ask is that you don't make any trouble.
Okay, that was easy. Kylie says, I learned my lesson with that one never to make a pitcher of any cream-based drinks. Yeah, Kevin says, lol, White Russians never lasted long around me. I mean, hey, if... Make enough to drink.
Make his breath. What is that smell? It's like someone set a brewery on fire.
Somebody's been drinking.
So I let you in. You wanted to talk. Now we're talking. Mind telling me who you are?
My name is Dalen, a Grey Warden helping Van Tegan. A little of everything.
A Grey Warden, is it? It takes all kinds. Anyhow, my name's Owen, though you might already know that. Care to join me as I get besotted? Or is there something in particular you wanted?
The militia needs your help desperately.
Why should I help Murdoch when he won't help me? My girl, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids and she's trapped up there in the castle, but the mayor won't send anyone for her. She's been my life since my wife passed on 2 years ago. Now she's dead, or soon to be. I don't care what happens to me or the village, or anyone!
I think it's raining outside. Oh, it is, quite a bit. Okay, water's not coming in at least, so I'll keep an eye on that. That would be awful. Kylie says there's one of my favorites that and maybe martinis. Any variant on a Manhattan, probably my favorite cocktail. Rob Roy, most primarily, which the difference being sweet vermouth, or ideally equal parts sweet and dry vermouth and Scotch as the whiskey in place of rye. And usually with instead of maraschino liqueur, typically orange bitters and an orange rind, orange peel, whatever, to garnish, or possibly depending on the bartender, a splash of orange juice, that kind of thing. It's a little less sweet than a more traditional Manhattan, typically. Usually to complement a Scotch. Very good cocktail. Or alternatively, a very drink I don't get to do very much, but Kyle, you might actually appreciate, or you are, if I recall, or other maybe, would be a Loch Lomond, which is very similar, but it is Scotch, Drambuie, and what? Cointreau? Something vaguely orangey. It might just be orange bitters. So something like that. Tasty. Kevin says, one time I had about 6 White Russians, and this pool shark challenged me to a game for $5, and I beat him well buzzed. Nice. I mean, that is one of those things that if you're not spectacular at it, alcohol can actually make you better at it, because it loosens it kind of, you don't stiffen up as much, and if you're playing pool, you cannot be stiff. I actually got very good at pool for a little while. My freshman year of college, which I was at Stetson. And Stetson University, if you know anything about DeLand, where it is, there is nothing to do at all. So most of the students who lived on campus just basically played pool or went to the gym. And I played a lot of pool that year, and I actually got shockingly good at it, and then completely got out of practice. Since then, I haven't actually played pool in like 2 years. 2? Maybe more. Been a little while. Kevin says, I didn't know how to drink back then, so I just tossed back whatever had booze in it. Yeah, well, you've learned, so that's good news. Kylie says, have y'all tried the painkiller or the Texas tea at Cheddar's? No, I've only been to Cheddar's once or twice. They come in small goblets, and they're strong. Okay. Texas tea, I assume, is like a Long Island iced tea, but not? Maybe? Painkiller, I have no idea. That sounds like something that's intentionally dangerous. Speaking of, does our blacksmith here, so you intend to drink yourself to death?
Why not? It's not like we're going to live past the night anyhow.
Or are you going to save us?
Oh, Kylie says, I had a cocktail called the Scottish Professor at the Hangar Bar at Disney Springs and had pear nectar in it. I had that. It was very good. Very, very good. I loved it. It's great. It's really similar to a Loch Lomond, actually. It was good. It's wonderful. You know what that's named after, right? The reference? Did you get the reference? I'll wait and see, but before I spoil it. I think you can save yourselves. Let's be inspirational.
Is that so? Maybe it's the drink talking, but you almost sound like you believe that. Tell you what, if you want me to do repairs for Murdoch and his men, promise me you'll go into the castle and find my daughter.
Oh my gosh. Kylie says Texas tea has a lot of vodka. Painkiller has a lot of rum. Painkiller has an ordering limit of 2 because of how much rum. Oh. That's... Alright, well, I mean, at a restaurant, I get it. That's a fair point. Wait, no, I don't know the reference. Tell me. The Hangar Bar... You know the Hangar Bar is based on the location from Indiana Jones, right? Does that help? What if she's dead? His daughter, I mean.
It would be better than going to my grave wondering.
I'll do my best.
Not good enough. Murdoch said the same damn thing, and I didn't believe him either.
You were asking a great deal, you wretched little man.
I want a promise. Promise me that you'll look for her. That you'll bring her back to me if you can.
I promise you I'll find her.
I'll accept that. It's something to hope for, at least.
Oh, lovely. Shall we next begin rescuing kittens from trees?
Right then. It seems I have some work to do relighting the forge, and I suppose I'll have to find some iron. Maybe at the mill. Oh, Murdoch just better send his men here as soon as possible if I'm gonna get to all these repairs and get them done by nightfall. If you need anything done, well, just let me know. I've got a lot to do now, so you'll have to excuse me.
Okay, Kylie says, wait, tell me, I haven't seen Indiana Jones in a hot minute. It's named after his father, played by Sean Connery in the third movie, Last Crusade.
I must admit, it feels good to be up and doing something finally. There's no way I'm sobering up before morning, however.
Let's talk business.
Right. I haven't got much, obviously, but I'll do whatever I can for you.
Okay, let's see. Anything I need? No. Really? No. No. Good. Alright. Let's get out of here.
All right.
I mean, it's Disney World. How are they not going to have something themed off of something, right?
Well, it looks like Owen's finally doing the repairs we need. The damn fool is falling over a drunk and still manages to make smithying look easy. Good enough, I say. I'll send one of my men to inform Bantegan the militia is ready for battle.
We're not only ready, Murdoch, we're going to win.
I hope you're right. We may just be village folk, but we're going to fight like there's no tomorrow.
I still need to speak to... I still need to speak to Sir Perth.
You'll find him and his men at the mill by the bridge, to the north. I have a good feeling about tonight.
Okay. And to... what's his name? The dwarf merchant.
Yes.
Okay.
Go away. This isn't your home. This is my home. My home, you hear me?
Bevan, is that you?
How do you know my name?
Should I be a jerk? No, I'm Caitlin's friend.
Did she tell you to take me back to the Chantry? Don't make me go back there. I hate that place. I hate it.
Don't you think your sister might be worried about you?
Maybe. But she just tells me not to be scared, even though she is. She tells me not to be sad, but she keeps crying because Mother died. I don't want to be sad. I'm brave. I'm going to be a hero. I'm going to fight them off. I will.
From in there?
No. I just heard you coming, and I guess that's not very brave of me, is it? I'll come out now. All right, I came out. You won't hurt me, will you? I'll go back to the Chantry if you really want.
Your sister's looking for you, you know?
I just didn't want to be at the Chantry anymore. Everyone's scared, and I want to be brave.
Go back to your sister then. She's worried sick.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
That was easy. Okay. Right. What's there upstairs? Oh, is this just the back door? Oh, no, it's not. It's in there. Key required. Oh, fair enough. Small, scared child in a terrible, terrible situation. Okay, let's find that merchant we were hearing about. That dwarven merchant who lives up here, maybe? Yeah. General store. Who's running the general store? Anyone? Oh yes, no one.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to do that, but I will take that. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know why Liliana didn't just do that. But okay. What's this?
Huh.
And oil. That will be handy. Perhaps.
Yes.
You know me and my uses for oil. Alright, let's keep moving. Let's see what's over here. Gwyn. Knock on the door. Hello? Liliana, open the door. Hopelessly jammed. Break it. Well, that was... I should not have been able to do that. Oh, Kylie says, I got my mom into the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. I liked the old version better. But maybe that's because I'm from the 90s. And I think it should be a sitcom.
Wonderful. Intruders. I hope you have a good reason for breaking and entering into my home.
I think there were good elements to the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. I don't know. I think there were good elements to it. You're talking to a mage. Care to phrase that?
You know what? In the interest of keeping my face from bursting into flame, I think I will. The name's Gwyn. Pleased to meet you. Now, kindly tell me why you're here.
Murdoch says he needs you for the militia.
So what? You're recruiting for him? I'll tell you what I told Murdoch. I'm not risking my neck for this town.
Yeah, Kylie, the old version is wildly different. Almost completely unrelated. I do think it's generally better, though. Kevin says, I haven't seen that. It's fun to get parents into the stuff you like. Yeah, absolutely. I absolutely agree there. Could not get my parents to watch my streams, though. It's fine. Your chances are better out there than in here.
Thanks. but I'll take my chances in here. Everyone else can run around in the open waiting to die.
Can't I change your mind?
Maybe. Let's hear what you've got.
Put in a good word for you with Ban Tegan or the Arl.
And what good would that do me? The Arl's probably dead. I couldn't care less what Tegan thinks of me. What else you got?
You go and I don't cut your head off. How about that?
So, that's what it comes down to, huh? Fine. I'll go. If you want me out there so badly.
Tally says, I got her into Supernatural too, and that got me into... she got me into Blacklist. Blacklist is one I need to see. I definitely need to see that. Good man.
Spoken like someone who doesn't know me very well. Go tell Murdoch he won. And I better see you out there in the square when those creatures come.
Of course. Is Erica lurking? I think so. I'm not completely sure. She's in there. Oh. I know she's been playing Oblivion quite a bit today. So she may be at least somewhat distracted by that. And also with, you know, Michael, he's he requires a fair bit of minding. So I haven't heard him though, so I think he's at least doing pretty okay this evening. I could be wrong. She could be letting me know that at some point. We'll see. But I think he's doing pretty good.
I'm wondering, Morrigan, do you believe in the Maker?
Certainly not. I've no primitive fear of the moon, such that I must place my faith in tales so that I may sleep at night.
But this can't all be an accident. Spirits, magic, all these wondrous things around us, both dark and light. You know these things exist.
The fact of their existence does not presuppose an intelligent design by some absentee father figure.
So it is all random then. A happy coincidence that we are all here.
Attempting to impose order over chaos is futile.
Stop fidgeting.
I don't like being
Oh, I didn't get to hear the rest of Morrigan being a cringy atheist. Kylie says, hi Erica and kiddos. Hi as well. Saoirse is asleep though, for what it's worth. Finally. It took her a little bit tonight, but she went to sleep. She also says, it's so good. I need to rant about it with someone other than Mom, so y'all need to get into it. I will, like I said, eventually. I have other things on my plate for the moment. Not important things, but, you know.
I could do that for you.
I'm currently, my current watching thing, I am in the middle of rewatching Scrubs. It's been a very long time. Erica says you caught me during an Oblivion crash. Oh, good times. That's common. Alright, let's see what's up here. Just checking stream before going back to it. Hi. How's it going?
And I'm off.
Oh, Oblivion is the previous Elder Scrolls title. Everyone has heard of Skyrim. Oblivion was the previous one. It was the I mean, more RPG heavy than Skyrim wound up being. With as many bugs, probably. Elder Scrolls, oh, was it 4? Yeah, 4. 6 is set to come out eventually.
Yes? What can I do for you?
Nothing.
Very well.
Suppose. Who are you? Let's see, can Liliana open this? Nope. Okay. Oh, well, that's not what I intended.
Where's the tavern?
Okay, fine. If you're looking for a brief plot synopsis, there's a lot going on. It would probably take some doing, and it would also probably take some familiarity with the world setting at least. Kevin says I liked Oblivion. It has a darker feel than Skyrim.
They also say that washing your feet in winter makes you catch cold in the head, but we all know that is not true. But sometimes they are right. And they are right in this.
You know the stories about...
Of course. You think my mother would let me go without telling me all the stories of her youth?
My mother told me stories too. She was the one who kindled my love of the old tales and legends.
My mother's stories curdled my blood and haunted my dreams. No little girl wants to hear about the wilder men her mother took to her bed, using them till they were spent, then killing them. No little girl wants to be told that this is also expected of her once she comes of age.
That is true, Morrigan.
I see.
No, you don't. You really don't.
I also don't want to. I want to try something really quick. See what happens. Oh goody, I managed to turn friendly fire off correctly. That's good. Erica's trying to get into the Thieves Guild. Kylie is trying to get into gaming in general. Do what I'm doing. I'm not necessarily, live stream, but I feel like you would, I suspect you would really like a lot of, character and story heavy RPGs like this.
No, all is still, as it has been for days. And it is an unnatural stillness, as though there is naught in there but death.
Say no more. The Arl lives, and I will not listen to your inauspicious chatter.
Excuse me. Just one this time. All right.
We're on our way.
Anyway, that was a heck of a sneeze. I managed to mute, thankfully. Kevin says, Thieves Guild is fun. I always gravitate towards the Dark Brotherhood, though. I love the Sithis and Night Mother mythos. Yeah, if you're looking to get into gaming, Kylie, I would dive right into it with things like this that are really like story and character heavy, RPG kind of thing that strikes me as the kind of thing that you would really enjoy, this type of game. I mean, you say that it would be fails and things, but you can also do this. That's an option. I'm just saying. Especially a lot of more modern games. This is a bit older, so it is a bit just generally harder, difficulty-wise. A lot of newer games have a narrative setting that eliminates most of the difficulty. So you can basically get through and enjoy the story without having to worry about dying constantly. So, if you wanted to, you probably could. One thing to keep in mind, there is the Mass Effect Remastered trilogy coming out next month? 2 months. First quarter this year, so soonish. And it's looking to be a great improvement over what you've seen me be playing on Mondays. So it is just a remaster, not a remake, so it is going to be kind of the same thing, but it is something you might be able to really get into. There's that. As far as other anything by BioWare has been phenomenal. Some of the older ones like Baldur's Gate and Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic are phenomenal. I think of what else might be a good sort of introductory on a story-based game. Story-based RPGs. I don't know. Feel free to add things in there. Kevin says, Kingdom Come Deliverance, man. I tell you, I die constantly. Well, that's not exactly what Kylie's looking for. It's almost the opposite. But, it's an option. And it says, wait, is this game pricey, though? This one? This is not, at all. You can find this on sale for, $2 or $3. Dragon Age Origins. You can probably get all 3, including DLCs. I think there was a package... Steam's Winter Sale, I'm pretty sure it had a Dragon Age sale package for, the whole series, all DLC included for under $20. I love old games like that for that reason, because you can get them for, massive sales. Keep an eye on it for sales. I would check out the Steam store for most things. The Epic Game Store has, as sketchy as a company as they are, they also have free games all the time, perfectly legal free games. Their entire marketing strategy is hooking you into their service platform, so it's a little bit sketchy. But aside from that, they do have free games all the time, so check that out. As well as if you're looking for EA, which is the company that owns BioWare now, Origin. Although they don't really have Origin exclusive releases so much anymore, so you can mostly get them on Steam. Steam is where to go for PC games, which I'd say check out for this sort of thing. Kylie says, I also lack funds, so I may need to acquire more paychecks for equipment and things. This will run on anything. This will run on a cell phone. Maybe not literally, but pretty darn close to it. I could probably run this on my tablet. I may not be able to run it on maximum settings, but you could definitely run it. I will also say both of the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic games have a iOS and Android port that you can buy on the Google and Apple Store. I think both of them. I think they're like $2.99 or like $3 or $4.99 or something like that. And they're old Star Wars games, but they're very, very good. You don't need to know much about lore, especially not current lore, because it's Legends continuity anyway. But they're both very good. Very good. Again, very difficult, but again, you can turn that down. I got into Vainglory, but that one shut down, I think. Oh, it did. It's disappointing.
Greetings, Grey Warden. I am as relieved as Ban Tegan is to see you here. I must admit that I do not quite know how to address you. Is my lord sufficient?
Call me Dalen, if you would.
As you wish, and thank you kindly. I am Sir Perth, until recently in direct service of Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. For now my charge is defending the village from these evil assaults. Would that I had chosen not to seek out the Urn of Sacred Ashes. Perhaps I would have fended off whatever evil befell the castle, or perhaps I would be dead. Ah well, with the Grey Warden aiding our defense, perhaps all is not lost.
Evan says, I played this older game on PC once. I forget what it was called, but it was fun. Something Quest. It's a little too vague for me to pinpoint it, unfortunately. Is there anything I can do to help?
We have sufficient armor and weapons, but my knights are too few to stand against the monsters without assistance. Perhaps you could approach Mother Hannah in the Chantry for some holy protection against these evil creatures. Otherwise, I do not know what else you could provide beyond your own talents. We're as prepared for the onslaught as we could possibly be, all things considered.
Have you considered using the oil in the village store?
No one told me of this. Oil, you say? How much exactly?
Enough to set many monsters aflame.
Assuming that would hurt them. Yes, I see what you have in mind. That might be effective, if used carefully. Yes, excellent idea. I'll send some men to collect the oil. We'll use it to slow these creatures down. Have you anything else to ask me in the meantime?
Is there anything else you need?
No, nothing comes to mind. If you have not spoken to the Mayor, Murdoch, you should. His militia is far more in need of aid than we are.
I have some questions for you.
Ask me whatever you wish.
Tell me about the quest for the Sacred Urn.
When the Isle fell sick, we were at a loss. Nothing worked to cure him, and he just kept getting worse. Finally, our lesser Isolde came up with a plan. The Urn of Sacred Ashes is a legendary artifact said to hold great healing powers. If found, it might save him.
According to the legend, the followers of Andraste brought her ashes back to Ferelden to hide them from the Imperium.
We knights volunteered to seek it out. Few of us have returned. Many are still out there, unaware of what is happening here.
Other games I've recently been playing have been The Witcher 3 and Star Wars Squadrons, both of which are more sort of hardcore games, I guess. Squadrons being like online competitive. The Witcher being another kind of character and story-based RPG, but more action-oriented than this is. A little more along the lines of 3, but it's also it's less of Inquisition. I mean, it's less tactical, more sword fighting type thing. Very good. Lots of interesting things to talk about. Hilarious. There's one hilarious quest that I need to mention, which involved. Get to that. I don't want to spoil the ending. It was absolutely hilarious. In Star Wars Squadrons, I still haven't actually done any ranked competitive play because I want to find actual people I know to play with, so I can actually communicate while playing. I have been told by everyone I know who does play it ranked and competitively, that is absolutely crucial. If I forget to tell the story of the absolutely hilarious Witcher side quest, somebody remind me after this conversation. Just what was the Arl sick with?
We were never certain. He thirsted for water and then grew weaker and weaker. We brought in a mage, but even that did nothing. The Arlessa believed he was cursed and that we needed the power of Andraste herself, or he would surely perish.
Why did the Arlessa believe anyone could find the urn?
The Jarl once employed a scholar, Brother Genetivi. He had proof the urn was in Ferelden, or so I was told.
So the knights left the castle defenseless?
Not at all. A great number of soldiers remained in Castle Redcliffe. I wonder if they perished there and were transformed into these things. The thought chills my blood.
Like as not. Can no one find the other knights and bring them back?
Eventually, perhaps. The ones I have here were those near enough to recall within the last few days.
Give it 5 minutes.
I only returned myself because I was passing by Redcliffe and heard the news of strange attacks.
Carry on.
As you wish, Grey Warden. Make a watch over you.
Okay, so Witcher side quest that I found to be utterly hilarious. So you're looking around for... So the premise of the game, you're a monster hunter, a Witcher. You're a specific kind of trained mutant who is particularly skilled and basically bred to hunt monsters and evil creatures and things. One of the quests that you can do is to help out some people whose religious shrines, whose local religious shrines have been defaced and destroyed. And, okay, so you can figure there's one of two things is happening. It's either monsters, knocking them over, destroying them, evil monsters, good religious shrines, makes sense. Or there's also an invading army of who are sort of religious extremists for a different religion, basically. Their empire, the Nilfgaardian Empire, they're called, they have a different kind of religious faith, and they're imperialistic about it. So maybe it was them. Okay, cool. Excuse me. So you go around fixing these shrines. You even find a group of monsters at one. So I figure, okay, well, I guess it's probably monsters then, right? But when you get to the last one, you find a bunch of people around it. A bunch of the human people around it. Messing with it. Excuse me. Oh gosh, excuse me again. And so I'm thinking, okay, maybe it was Nilfgaard. Maybe it was the Nilfgaardian army. Okay, fine. And I get closer. I'm like, wait, no. This isn't their uniform. This isn't their armor. Those aren't even swords. They're sticks on their side. They have like clubs. I'm like, okay, what the hell's going on? So you talk to them. They're a bunch of students from the local university under a Professor Friedrich, who are talking about the dangers of religious superstition and how they are freeing people from the oppressive grip of clerics and their religions. And so you tell them this is dumb and they need to go home and stop being stupid undergraduates. And they say, no, we are doing what we must to tell people the truth. And so you say, okay, let me rephrase that. Go home or else. And they say, or else what? And there's two options. You can either threaten to kill them, or you can threaten to tell on them. So I thought that would be hilarious. So, all right. So you say, or else I will report you to the headmaster. And so they start shouting about how you're an enforcer for the establishment, and they attack you. And I don't want to give you the wrong impression, but cutting undergraduates in half was a very strange form of catharsis for me, especially of that sort. It was hilarious, and for me in particular, it was the cutting down a bunch of childish new atheists who've read nothing but Professor Friedrich, which is clearly a reference to Nietzsche. Oh my gosh, that was delightful. It was really funny. Really funny. Anyway. Greatly enjoyed it. It may wind up getting on the I'm going to play it on stream docket. We'll see. It's way down the line, though. Way down the line. First up before that, like I said, Nier Automata is next up after Mass Effect. Then would be either Knights of the Old Republic 1 and or 2, and then probably Greedfall, which is another RPG and a sort of new world colonization type of thing, but with magic. It's neat. I haven't played it yet. I have it, but I haven't played it. I'm waiting to play it on stream, which will be a while, honestly. But that's on the list as well. So it'd be a while. So let's see what the militiamen are up to. See if we can bring them back.
We just come here to try and forget what's happening. Murdoch don't like us being here, but what can he do about it?
Oh, well, okay. It's great. All right, what about this guy? Lloyd.
Hello there, friend. Can't say we've ever met before. Stranger to the village, I take it. Haven't had many travellers lately. All this nonsense is bad for business. Bet you regret coming, yes?
That's true, but... not at all. Well... What do you mean?
Oh, you know, evil creatures, impending doom, civil war, and the Earl's dead in the castle. Makes you thirsty, don't it? So, what'll it be? You are here to drink, I hope.
Who are you, anyway?
Name's Lloyd. So, why'd you come to the village now? The roads can't be all that safe, not with a war brewing.
I'm a Grey Warden.
Well, that explains it. Except for the lack of darkspawn around here. But never mind me. Something else I can get for you?
Answer a few questions.
Fine. Make them quick. Why? When them creatures attack, I lock myself in the cellar. Just batten the hatches and wait it out. What's the point in getting myself killed with all the rest of them? If that makes me a coward, then I'm a coward. But Van Tegan said we didn't have to. He said... Fine, I'll go. But all of this better be here when I get back. I don't want the place drunk out from under me. Blasted bloody...
Not looking for company. Why? I don't live here. Just waiting until I can leave again. Elves aren't allowed to travel? I'm not here to talk.
There's something about this man's demeanor. I don't know.
Sorry about that.
I have
Is that
no idea what you're talking about.
But you do, don't you? I know spy when I see one.
Look, I don't know you, and I don't want to. I'm not... I mean, I was just told to... I mean, just leave me alone.
Sorry, guys. I think I fixed... Yeah, no, it's looking to me like I fixed it. Still, we're good, yeah? I think I hit the mute button. All right. I'm not going anywhere. Start talking.
About what? Just because you're a Grey Warden doesn't mean you can go around threatening people.
This will be easier if you just tell me what you're hiding.
But I never... Oh, all right, I'll tell you. Just don't hurt me.
Zoom
This is more than I
flashbacks.
bargained for. Look, they just paid me to watch the castle and send word if anything should change. But they never said anything about monsters. I haven't even been able to report anything since this started. I'm stuck, same as you, I swear.
Who are they? Who hired you to do this?
A tall fellow. I forget his name. He, said he was working for Hal. Arl Rendon Hal. He's an important man, Terran Logain's right hand. So I didn't do anything wrong.
What were you supposed to watch the castle for?
Just to report any changes, honest. All I could send word about was the Arl getting sick. After that, monsters started coming from the castle.
So you know how this happened? Tell me now.
I don't know anything about these creatures. When the Arl got sick, I got scared that people would think I was involved. But I swear I don't know anything about it. They sent me to watch. Maybe they knew the Arl would get sick. I don't know.
How do I know you're telling the truth?
Here, this is a letter from them. It has instructions and everything. Keep it. Do whatever you want with it. I just thought I was serving the king and making a bit of coin on the side. You have to believe me.
I think you should help defend Redcliffe tonight.
Oh, all right. I'll do it. Thank you for your mercy. I won't forget it.
Really getting together an army here. Nice.
I see you got that bastard Lloyd to join the militia. It's about time he did something to help out. I guess this puts me in charge. Poor Lloyd will have an apoplexy just thinking about it, eh?
I need some supplies.
Fair enough. Let me see what Lloyd stored in the back. You can help yourself.
Nice. Oh, wait. Like, really? That's phenomenal. Help ourselves for free. Delightful. Oh, that's great. I will absolutely take all of these things. Or Lloyd. It's okay, he's a coward. And that's for a good cause. Okie dokie. Right. Anything I need to sell? Oh, wait, I can't sell for money. Darn. I need to get rid of some of this stuff, because my inventory is getting full. Okay. Alright, let's get out of here. No, not that way. Back to the chantry. Actually, no, let's go back to the blacksmith. He'll probably buy some of our things from us, won't he?
I must admit, it feels good to be up and doing something finally. There's no way I'm...
Let's talk business. And let's sell a bunch of things. That might be good for Alistair, actually. Honestly, I don't really need these. No, okay, that'll work. It'll have to work. That's much better. Even a magic item. Wow. Nice. Okay. Alright, cool. So we can sell a last couple of things.
It feels...
Great. Grab all this. Let's do those. There we go. Cool. Now let's get out of here. That helps a little bit. Okay. This is actually one of a very few places you return to in a later game. You actually come back here in Dragon Age Inquisition. I think that's all we have to do. Let me just double check that. Quests in Redcliffe. Missing child. Can't do that yet. Oh, we have to talk to Caitlin. And we have to go into the castle for that. Alright. Talk to Caitlin, and then we will get started. We can certainly do this battle, and then we can start our quest into the castle, I think.
Bevan said you were the one who found him. I can't possibly repay you.
Option 1, Jesus. I'll just stay safe, both of you.
The Maker sent you. I just know it. Thank you again.
Alright. Pineapple juice. Pineapple bits. And rum. Alright. Oh, right. Mother Hannah. Let's see if we can get a blessing.
You are a stranger amongst us. And a mage, I see. Yet you still defend our home in its darkest hour. We are grateful.
I want to see how this goes, because I think it's kind of obvious that I'm a mage, you know, wearing mage's robes, carrying a blackened staff, but whatever. You can tell I'm a mage?
Do not fear. I am not about to raise a rabble against you. I'm sure your magic will prove valuable before the day is out.
So, when you are useful, that is when you are not lynched. 'Tis good to know.
Allow me to introduce myself.
It's fair.
I am revered Mother Hannah, head of this chantry, which for the moment is a place of refuge for these poor villagers.
How awful this must be for you all. Is this everyone who's left?
All those who cannot defend themselves, yes. They are terrified of tonight's attack, and I fear these walls will not keep them safe. What can I do to help with your task?
Sir Perth needs holy protection for the knights.
I have done all I can for them. I pray for them each night and seek the Maker's forgiveness for their sins before they face their deaths. What Sir Perth seeks is something that is not in my power to give.
You're not praying hard enough then. Oh gosh. I love this again. This is another one of those aspects of Dragon Age where it's like religion is even in a high magic setting, religion is treated as religion. It's treated as a proper relationship with God, not as a source of divine power. I really like that. What do you mean?
Sir Perth believes that I can protect them against these creatures, a shield only the Maker can provide, and that I withhold this power.
Well, can't you just tell him the Maker will watch over him? Morale is a powerful thing, you know.
You mean you want me to let them think the Maker protects them in a real sense? I will not lie to them like that.
I suppose you're right.
Indeed. I know Sir Perth means well, but I will not lie to him about something so important.
I would like your blessing, Mother.
Of course, child. Blessed art thou who exists in the Maker's sight. Blessed art thou who seeks his forgiveness. Blessed art thou who seeks his return.
Blessed is the prophetess, his daughter, sacrificed to the holy flame. May the chant reach the Maker's ears and tell him of our contrition.
Like I said, I like how that's done. Very grounded way of looking at religion in a high fantasy, or I guess a dark fantasy, but still a fantasy setting like this. And it's also important to note that it's treated as more or less, especially moving forward, maybe not right at this second, but in general is treated as something real, and certainly treated as something the characters think of as something real, not as a kind of haha silly superstition like Morrigan tends to see it, but as something real, but not as some sort of, you know, divine power source, a kind of Dungeons and Dragons style divine magic type, you know, clerics as a magic wielding class kind of thing, you know. And the incense, speaking of, oh no. I'm to the point where my charcoal is round, which makes it rather difficult to set incense on top of. Flip it over, try that. Here we go. That's almost out for the night. All right, let's do it. How do we start the fight? How do I wait until nightfall? Let me save first. That's important. I should have been doing that all along.
The repairs are underway surprisingly quickly, considering how drunk Owen is. We may just make it.
I'm ready to make my stand. Let's wait for sundown. Oh, I'd like to talk about Dwin.
Thanks for persuading him to come out here. He's going to be a great help. I just know it. There's not much time before sundown.
Alright, I'm ready to take my stand. Let's wait till
Are you
sundown.
sure? There's still time left if you need to talk with Sir Perth or do anything else.
No, I'm ready now.
Then good luck to you. You'll need it.
Okay.
They're coming!
Get to your positions! Make ready!
Light the traps!
For her, does she have a... No, she doesn't have a trap one. Darn.
Burn these foul creatures!
You will learn to fear me.
Oh, come on, Liliana, really?
Just die already!
Let us end this.
Yes. All right.
Oof, okay, Can I mana drain one of these? I'd love to.
Go! We can do this!
Doesn't matter. No, I can't do that. Alistair, though, can take a potion. But let's get out of the flames, you idiot.
You should run while you can.
And I'm off.
Oh, you are funny what you are. Make a preserver.
And I'm off.
Okay, good enough for now.
Attacking from the lake! They're attacking the barricades! We need
I know.
help!
Yeah, Erica says, cool, smart AI, run into the fire. Yeah, I know, right? Knights, stay here, guard the path. I'm gonna go away.
Come on, we need to hurry!
Don't run into the flames. Or, you know, do, I guess. Oh, Liliana fell over, didn't she? Hold on. Did she fall? Darn it. Yep, she needs that. Everyone heal. Level up Morgan real quick. Magic and willpower. Bear. Wait, should I do bear? That'd be pretty nice, but no, bear. Let's do bear. Now she can turn into a bear. That's definitely good. Okay. Let's go. Uh-oh, Murdoch's not doing well. Crap. Oh no, Murdoch! Oh no, not Murdoch. Okay, well the mayor's dead. That's not great. Okay, militiaman. Trying to focus healing on named characters if I can. But not, then who needs it?
Stay there.
Okay. Will this heal everyone, or just my squad? Looks like everyone. Hold on. There. Okay, let's do that. Let's make her an archer. And let's have you tank, shall we?
Push over, you'll see!
Let's make this quick! Enough! Here comes trouble! Make his breath.
Okay. What else we got going on here? Doing really, really poorly. Duncan's doing great. We lost a militiaman. That's not good. You know what? You saved everyone. Yeah, I bet you did.
Yes.
Now this should be fun. If you insist.
Who's the man?
Off I go.
Over there. Get them.
Where? Okay, that was bad. That went really kind of poorly.
Dawn arrives, and we survived the night. We are victorious. Whew. And though this victory came at great cost, we must remember none of us would be here were it not for the heroism of these good folk beside me. I thank you, good sir. Truly the Maker smiled on us when he sent you here in our darkest hour.
I was happy to help defend the village.
Let us bow our heads and give honor to those who gave their lives in defense of Redcliffe.
Murdoch of Redcliffe, Mayor and beloved father, we salute you.
You and so many others who have perished here, walk with he who is your Maker. Long may you know the peace of his love.
So let it be.
With the Maker's favor, the blow we delivered today is enough for me to enter the castle and seek out your Arl. Be wary and watch for signs of renewed attack. We shall return with news as soon as we are able.
Now we've no time to waste. Meet me at the mill. We can talk further there.
The mill? Oh, okay then. Well, that was rough. That was rough.
I wasn't frightened at all. Those monsters weren't very scary.
Right, let's see. What do we got? We can do magic. All the way up. Magic, 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 magic. Oh man, I can't get fireball yet. I want fireball. No, I gotta have revival. Gotta have revival. No question. I've got to have revival. Yeah, definitely revival. That's really important. Oh my gosh, if I had leveled up mid-combat, I probably could have revived the mayor. Damn it. Well. Oops. Okay. Accurate stealing, poison making, combat training, trap making. Let's do combat training, yeah. And distraction. Do the bard stuff first. Alistair, strength, definitely. And constitution. Dexterity. He needs a lot of different abilities. Bravery. Oh, it's passive. That's nice. Or shield balance. Oh, no longer suffers an attack penalty. Using shield defense. That's pretty good. Alright, let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, cool. Alright, sweet. Have revival.
Maker bless you.
Alright, let's go up to the mill and talk to Arl Eamon. I guess we ought to save, just because I could go back and do it again, but no. Yeah. Nah, we're doing it. I effed up. That's my fault. That is a fight I have save scummed before, but it doesn't make a huge difference ultimately. So, not gonna bother this time. All right, Dan. All right, Tegan.
Oh, how quiet the castle looks from here. You would think there was nobody inside at all. But I shouldn't delay things further. I had a plan. To enter the castle after the village was secure. There is a secret passage here, in the mill, accessible only to my family.
Why didn't you mention this before?
I knew you would choose to enter the castle instead of staying in the village. And we needed one. I'm sorry if I... Maker's breath.
Tigan. Thank the Maker, you yet live.
Isolde. You're alive. How did you... What has happened?
I do not have much time to explain. I slipped away from the castle as soon as I saw the battle was over, and I must return quickly. And I need you to return with me, Tigan. Alone.
We'll need more of an explanation than that.
What? Who is this man, Tigan?
You remember me, Lady Isolde, don't you?
Alistair. Of all the... Why are you here?
They are Grey Wardens, Isolde.
Venom.
I owe them my life.
Pardon me, I would exchange pleasantries, but... Considering the circumstances,
Please, Lady Isolde, we had no idea anyone was even alive within the castle. We must have some answers.
I know you need more of an explanation, but I don't know what is safe to tell. Tegan, there is a terrible evil within the castle. The dead waken and haunt the living. The maid responsible was caught, but still it continues. And I think Connor is going mad. We have survived, but he won't flee the castle. He has seen so much death. You must help him, Tegan. You are his uncle. You could reason with him. I do not know what else to do.
What about Arl Eamon? Is he still alive?
He is. He is being kept alive so far, thank the Maker.
Kept alive? Kept alive by what?
Something the mage unleashed. So far it allows Eamon, Connor, and myself to live. The others were not so fortunate. It killed so many, and turned their bodies into walking nightmares. Once it was done with the castle, it struck the village. It wants us to live, but I do not know why. It allowed me to come for you, Tegan, because I begged, because I said Connor needed help.
Do you think this evil could be some kind of demon?
I do not know. Oh, Maker's mercy. Could it truly be a demon? I can't let it hurt my Connor. You must come back with me, Tegan. Please.
Tell me about this mage you mentioned.
He is an infiltrator, I think. One of the castle staff. We discovered he was poisoning my husband. That is why Eamon fell ill.
Eamon was poisoned?
He claims an agent of Terran Logains hired him. He may be lying, however. I cannot say.
Why do I get the feeling you aren't telling us everything?
I beg your pardon? That's a rather impertinent accusation.
True one. Not if it's true.
An evil I cannot fathom holds my son and husband hostage. I came for help. What more do you want from me? Tegan, I do not have much time. What if it thinks I'm betraying it? It could kill Connor. Please come back with me. Must I beg?
Why must Tegan go alone?
For Connor's sake. I promised I would return quickly and only with Tegan. Tegan, I know you could order your men to follow me when I return to the castle. I beg you not to. For Connor's sake.
Enough questions. We need to decide what to do.
The king is dead, and we need my brother now more than ever. I will return to the castle with you, Isolde.
Thank the Maker. Bless you, Tegan. Bless you.
It seems we have little choice.
I have no illusions of dealing with this evil alone. You, on the other hand, have proven quite formidable. Isolde, can you excuse us for a moment? We must confer in private before I return to the castle with you.
Please do not take too long. I will be by the bridge.
Okay. Well, 3 guesses what he's going to tell us to do.
No. I go in with Isolde, and you enter the castle using the secret passage. My signet ring unlocks the door. Perhaps I will distract whatever evil is inside and increase your chances of getting in unnoticed. What do you say?
Good. This is the way I'd prefer it.
Then it's for the best. I would prefer to go inside with you, but I have no choice in the matter. Sir Perth and his men can watch for danger at the castle entrance. If you can open the gates from within, they can move in and help you. I don't think there's anyone else who can help you. If you choose not to go, then it's up to me to do what I can. Here is my signet ring. It will open the lock on the door in the mill. Whatever you do, Eamon is the priority here. If you have to, just get him out of there. Isolde, me, and anyone else, we are expendable.
I understand. I'll do my best.
You are a good man. The Maker smiled on me indeed when he sent you to Redcliffe.
So we are just going to send him with that woman? It seems so dangerous.
But I can delay no longer. allow me to bid you farewell. And good luck.
Okay. Alright, let's go. The mill. Love letter. A collection of embarrassing personal communications between spoiled wealthy, the objects of their obsession. Or filthy, a beast. Such depravity, I've never been forced to... I'm not going to read this. Alright, moving on. Oh, God. Alright, let's go.
I locked myself in a cage once when I was a child. For an entire day.
Warden?
Ah, good times.
Why does the unnatural always smell so awful?
Gold is your time to die! Watch out, you cannot win! Again the onslaught! Nightfall! We are victorious
That's
again!
a lot of blood.
Okay.
Hello? Is there someone out there? Who is it? By all that's holy, you! I can't believe it!
Jowan?
Maker's breath, how did you get here? I never thought I'd see you again, of all people.
I never expected to see you again.
You didn't, did you? Of course, you might want to kill me now, considering what I did.
I'm not going to kill you, Jowan.
You might change your mind once you hear. I poisoned the Arl.
Yes, I know that.
For all I know, he's dead already.
Yes, I know about that.
Please, I know how it seems. Poisoning the Arl was a terrible thing. But I'm not behind everything else happening here, I swear. Before I say anything else, I need to ask you a question. You can do whatever you feel you need to afterward, but I need to know. What became of Lily? They didn't hurt her, did they? The thought that she might have paid for my crime.
The Chantry sent her away. I don't know where.
Oh, my poor Lily, she must hate me now, if she even lives. What have I done? So, here we are again, the two of us. What happens now?
What's going on in the castle?
I know it looks suspicious, but I'm not responsible for the creatures and the killings in the castle. I was already imprisoned when all that began. At first, Lady Isolde came here with her men, demanding that I reverse what I'd done. I thought she meant my poisoning of the Arl. That's the first I heard about the walking corpses. She thought I'd summoned a demon to torment her family and destroy Redcliffe. She had me tortured. There was nothing I could do or say that would appease her. So they left me to rot.
Why did you poison Arl Eamon?
I was instructed to by Teyrn Loghain. I was told that Arl Eamon was a threat to Ferelden, that if I dealt with him, Loghain would settle matters with the Circle. All I wanted was to be able to return. But he abandoned me here, didn't he? Everything's fallen apart. I never thought it would end like this. Maker, I've made so many mistakes. I've disappointed so many people. I wish I could go back and fix it. I just want to make everything right again.
Why did you listen to Teyrn Loghain of all people?
Why wouldn't I? I was desperate, and this is Teyrn Loghain we're talking about for Andraste's sake. Why wouldn't I believe him?
So, I almost feel sorry for you.
Oh, thanks. That makes me feel so much better. At least let me explain what I was doing here. Connor had started to show signs. Lady Isolde was terrified the Circle of Magi would take him away for training.
Connor? A mage? I can't believe it.
She sought an apostate, A mage outside the circle to teach her son in secret so he could learn to hide his talent. Her husband had no idea.
How much magic did you teach Connor?
Some. But he's still very young. He can barely cast a minor spell, never mind something more powerful. At least not intentionally. I have thought about it, and it's possible Connor could have inadvertently done something to tear open the veil. With the veil to the Fade torn, spirits and demons could infiltrate the castle. Powerful ones could kill and create those walking corpses.
Earl Eamon had no idea of his son's abilities.
No, she was adamant that he never find out. She said that he'd do the right thing, even if it meant losing their son, and that infuriated her.
I see. I think I understand.
The Arl's a decent man. I wondered how he could possibly be the threat Loghain said he was, but I did it anyway. I'm such a fool.
Yes, you are.
I'm just sick of running away and hiding from what I've done. I'm going to try to fix it any way I can. We were friends once. I know I don't deserve to call you that after what I did. If it ever meant anything, please help me fix this.
I helped you once in the name of friendship.
And I betrayed you. And Lily. I'm sorry. So sorry. Please, I'm begging you, won't you help me try and do one thing right in my life?
I say this boy could still be of use to us, but if not, then let him go. Why keep him prisoner here?
Hey, let's not forget he's a blood mage. You can't just set a blood mage free.
Better to slay him. Better to punish him for his choices. Is this Alistair who speaks, or the Templar?
I'd say it's common sense. We don't even know the whole story yet.
He wishes to redeem himself. Doesn't everyone deserve that chance?
Like yourself, you mean?
Everyone deserves a chance to redeem themselves in the Maker's eyes. This man, no less than any.
He's your friend. You know him best.
Give me a chance, please.
Well, he's an idiot, so the worst damage he'll do would be unintentional. That's good, at least. This is another one of those things where your origin actually makes significant changes to at least how things go. I mean, Jowan would still be here, regardless of your origin. But if you're not a mage, you have no idea who he was, and you don't learn nearly as much about the situation and him. You don't know he's a blood mage, for example. That's kind of significant. So how will you make things right?
I tried to save anyone still up there. There must be something I can do.
That's commendable, if it's true.
I'm glad you think so. So what now?
I'm letting you out of your cell. Don't try anything.
You're letting me out? And what then?
You come with me, that's what.
I'm not sure that's a good idea. I'd like to help out, but I'm not so sure I want to follow you into danger exactly.
Then help. Just don't make things worse.
I won't, I promise. I will find a way to fix this somehow.
We'll see.
Going.
Anything in any of these? Think so, but worth a looking. God, these are obscenely small cells. It's kind of awful, really.
Yes?
Oops. Nothing. Never mind. Now is not the time. Those guys are going to wake up any second. Yep, there we go.
Oh, this should be good. Hopefully you do not fight it for you. Or else, battle! Run while you can! Wipe them out! Another battle, I see! Be careful!
Liliana, why are you using daggers? Oh, geez. You need gloves. Oops. Use a bow. Jesus. Okay.
Too easy.
Am I just going to have to unequip her daggers? Want her to do archery, not stabbing. We get another rogue who is good at daggers, eventually. Okay.
Now we get our hands dirty. Some ruling save some dignity. You will learn to fear me. No mercy. I am your Oh, this should be good. Cross me and you shall pay.
Yes.
Too easy.
Going. All right.
Allow me. I could do that for you. Yes,
Please do.
Of course.
Really?
Yes, I'm still here.
Allow me, I can do that for you. Can you, though? Can you really? Okay. Oh!
It's your time to die.
Let's have at it!
Another call. Another lightning call. You will learn to
Darn it.
fear me. You cannot win. Give a good day.
Penalty to health regeneration. Great.
Let's get on with it then.
Okay. Anything in here worth seeing or taking or anything? A book. History book. Okay, let's move through. Let's move right along.
Oh, this should be good. Begin the onslaught. Hopefully you do not find poorly. Smell. Now we get our hands dirty. It's your time to die.
I'm off.
Okay. Poof. That was... Came in on me there. Alright. It got kind of chaotic. Let's go this way first, shall we? Oh, wait, hold on. Need to restore some of your... What's it called? The energy.
Might be a nice pelt in it.
Oh!
Going.
No mercy! Back!
Down you go! Going. And I'm
Oh no, you don't!
Hopefully you do not fight as poorly as you smell.
Let's go!
Let's do this quickly,
It's your
shall we?
time to die! Back!
All right.
You will learn to fear me! Now we get our hands dirty. Victorious! I cannot be defeated.
So why were the Mabari attacking? Oh, I can only re-equip my dog at camp, right? Ooh, for nice things too. That was worth it. That was worth it. No one died. Alright, let's move right through, shall we?
Trap right ahead.
Oh, Yana, you wanna?
We're on our way.
More of these? Well, all right then.
Great.
All right.
Tear them apart! Run while you can!
All right.
Your drooling will save some dignity.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I was saying.
Begin the onslaught. Ha ha! Fools! Oh, this should be good.
Yes!
All right.
How about we go in this little closet?
Huh.
Velena!
Please, don't
Look
hurt
at
me.
that. Be silent, you're safe.
I'm sorry. I'm so frightened. These monsters are everywhere. My name's Velena. The Arlessa's maid. Is she all right? What happened to everyone?
Velena the Smith's daughter?
You know my father. I want to go back to the village. Is there a way out of here?
There's a tunnel leading out of the dungeon.
But the monsters!
Killed most of them, it's safe.
I'll find my way. I can run fast and I know the castle. Thank you.
Okay, maybe I should have asked her about what was going on, but probably more important that she get out, right? Alright, what's in here? Probably more bad guys. Oh, I was right.
Let us end another battle like Let's make this quick. Fear me.
I think we work well together.
Okay.
Going.
And nothing else in the little bedroom here. Alright, let's move on. That's locked. It's gotta be this way, right? Oh! Okay, great.
I am your death.
Oh! Oh no. I just realized that they are immune to my staff's damage. That's not good.
You try not to look too
Most of my staff's damage.
No mercy. It's a good day.
I need to switch to a better staff. Unfortunately, I don't think I sold all my better staves. Oh no, this was a... Oh, no. Do I have... No, I don't. Uh-oh. 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 I'm in danger. Which way am I supposed to go? This down here looks like the... Oh yeah, that's the main hall. That's definitely not it. It's this way.
Yes.
The main hall is where, like, the boss fight and stuff are. I think I need to
All right.
do this first so I can get the gate open, if I remember right. Yeah, let's go. So, the gather your party before venturing forth, gather your party and venture forth line there is actually a reference to Knights of the Old Republic, where when you tried to enter a new area, it would tell you you must gather your party before venturing forth. Because you couldn't leave if your party was not right near you. Let's do... you need some Constitution. And... Alright, see you later, Kevin. Thanks for stopping by. See you next time. Let's go with herbalism? Or... let's do tactics. And... I mean, I could do war up healing, but no, let's, not force field. Walking bomb is pretty nice. Death magic is good. Some more things. Another love letter. Let's, not read these aloud once again. The rain started up again, I think.
All right.
Now boots. Is this just... yeah, that's it. That's all that's down here. Alright, well, let's head back up, yeah? I think this is the right way. I hope I'm not just kind of wandering off randomly. That'd be interesting. Oh yes, I think I am. Let's save really quick, because this fight is god-awful. Alright, it's good to have... Did you sneak? No. Right,
Let's get on with it then.
Let's just go. Oh yeah, here's a bunch of bad guys.
Charge!
You will not fear. Now we get our hands dirty.
All right.
Oh, this should be good. I am hurt. I need healing. You will.
Can I revive any of the knights? No, they would light up if I could. Darn. Okay, they're dead. Well, that's okay. I got them killed. It happens.
Fear me! Cross me and you shall pay!
Right.
I approve.
That's it, right?
Ah, that would leave a scar. Last.
That'll help. Sapphire. Oh,
And I'm off. Going.
Huh. You know what? Hell with it. I'm just gonna try. It's probably gonna be a waste of time, but yeah, it was a waste of time. Oh well. It's a waste of 120 seconds. 2 minutes. All right, it's could be worse. Could have been like one of those one-time use things. Ah, Sir Perth, you made it.
You have opened the gates. That is good. My men and I are eager to see our Arl again. Shall we enter the main hall together? It must be held if we are to regain control of the castle.
I want to look around elsewhere first.
As you wish. We will hold the gate and watch for anyone attempting to leave. Let me know if the situation changes.
By which I mean, I'm going to look around a bit, and then I think we'll probably call it for the night and begin with confronting the sort of boss of this area. So we'll wander around for a little bit here. Look around just a bit. Perhaps go back to camp. Not completely full up. But I should go back to camp and buy a staff that is not doing poison damage against undead. I really should have known better. But hey, whatever. I didn't think well. I may just do that in between streams, in fact. Yeah, you know what I'll do? I will. I'll go ahead and leave for now. Leave and come back, which I can do, I guess. It's fine. That's normal. That's a thing. Just, you know, in the middle of a battle, I just should wander off and come back. It's okay. Go to camp outside of town. Yeah. Okay. Skedaddle. Party camp. All right, let's do this before we wrap up for the night. Just a little last minute stuff. I didn't actually know that. Little tooltip. Did not actually know that ranged weapons have an optimum range. Duncan. All right. Black leather collar is, I think that's better. Let's give him that. Counties of the Hack and Winter's Breath. Cold resistance, nah. Warpaint of the Tempest, electricity resistance, nah, okay. Gold ring is just a ring. Doesn't actually do anything. Here. Sten. Why not? Cold resistance. Okay, let's get us a staff. Let's see if he has any. I hope he does.
Something you need? I'm sure either my boy or I can help you out.
I'm
sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
I don't actually know if he has any stabs. I hope so. Oh, he does, but that's expensive. And it's nature damage. It's nature damage. Very expensive. All right, well, I'm probably not going to buy that. Anyway, I'll try and figure out some kind of a solution to this problem. We'll see. Anyway, if not, we'll see. Otherwise, yeah, I think I will. Otherwise, like I said, call it call it a night there. Sell some junk things. Stuff. Okay. All right. We'll head back next time, start next week. Otherwise, I will hopefully see all of you guys on Monday as well for more Mass Effect 3. And then we're going to be continuing with our mystery solving, our hunting cryptids with the Leviathan DLC. And then back here Thursday to do this. And then after this is complete, or mostly complete, on to the Circle Tower. All right. Like I said, that's all I've got for tonight. So thank you all once again for coming by and spending the evening with me. Have a good evening. See you next time.